Okay, guys, I'm just gonna say it right now. I know what you're thinking, and your worst fears has come to life. This movie is actually pretty enjoyable. Hey, everybody, this is David, and today I am going to tell you what I think of the new Ghostbusters film starring a whole cast of funny women. This movie has a lot of controversy going around it. A lot of people want to hate it for different reasons. Everybody has a different reason for hating this movie, whether it's good reasons or bad reasons. Everyone has that reason. And when the critics started talking about it, the movie, I believe, is at 75% last I checked, which is actually a pretty good score, a lot higher than anybody would have imagined. And the critics that are giving it bad reviews or good reviews are being attacked by haters, people that want to hate on the movie, people who want to believe that no, this movie is terrible, that they want to tell critics that no, you guys are just scared of being called sexist and stuff like that. And guys, it's just an opinion. So get over it. I just want to say that now. Get over it. It's an opinion. Everybody has one. Maybe you should go out and see the movie and decide for yourself, because that's how judging a movie actually is. Now, with that being said, this movie did have a really terrible, campaign, marketing. Because the trailers were terrible. I'm not afraid to admit that, and it had nothing to do with four women as the new Ghostbusters. That was actually one of the things that kind of intrigued me a little bit, especially when I haven't seen too many of Paul Feig's films, but from what I did see, I enjoyed his previous films. And the women here, obviously, some of them are from SNL, so you think, okay, they have a funny cast with SNL background, some of them. Just like the original film, Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd came from Saturday Night Live. So, okay, they're following tradition in that, I guess. And so when I went into this movie, I could not believe, especially the first good maybe 40 minutes of the film were really funny. It starts to dwindle down a little bit here and there, but there are still funny moments throughout, and I found myself really enjoying this film. I'm gonna talk about the Ghostbusters. Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy, they're there as they're kind of like filling the, I don't want to say they're filling the roles of the previous actors, because their characters actually stand out on their own. They're not like a rehash of this is the new Peter Venkman, this is the new Ray Stantz, this is the new Egon, this is the new Winston. So no, these women are totally different characters, which is why this is considered a reboot. It's not a remake. Remakes, you're remaking the same story with the same characters or similar characters. This is a reboot because the characters are totally different characters from their previous counterparts. Yes, there are four women, but they really do stand on their own, and in some ways they have different backstories than the previous characters. I really enjoyed Kate McKinnon's character. I thought, I heard a lot of people very divided on her, where some people found her really annoying and cartoonish, and then there's the people that liked her, and I'm with the people that liked her because I actually thought she was pretty random sometimes. And I find random humor funny. And she was really good. I liked her character. It worked well when it hit. And then Leslie Jones was also really good too. And from the trailers, I thought, oh my god, she's going to be so annoying in this movie. And then I watched the film, and actually, within the context of the movie, I found her jokes, her lines, and her dialogue, and her moments to be actually pretty funny. She made me laugh quite a bit. Obviously, the one you've all been hearing about that is the highlight maybe of this movie is Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth has a lot of funny laugh out loud moments. I could not believe how funny he was. Funny enough, I did watch the Vacation remake, and he was actually, or reboot, whatever you want to call it, he was actually the highlight in that film too. I think Chris Hemsworth should actually take up more comedy. I think this is proof that he knows how to. He can be an action star, but he can also channel that, dorky funniness to him as well. Yeah, okay, he gets a little bit more stupid as the movie goes on, but that's what I think made his character enjoyable. It's like watching Dumb and Dumber within Ghostbusters. I thought it was great. So yeah, pretty much. I think for me, the three highlights of this movie are definitely Chris Hemsworth, Leslie Jones, and Kate McKinnon. Those three had me laughing for a great portion of the film. Now, just because I enjoyed a lot of the characters in this movie and a lot of the moments doesn't mean there's no weaknesses of this movie. The biggest one will be the main villain, who is an antisocial nerd who wants to bring ghosts to our dimension or something like that. I didn't like the way the ghosts, that explanation for the ghosts, or maybe I misunderstood what it was saying, but that's from what I got out of it. Like, he was bringing the ghosts to our world. And I spoiler alert, sorry guys. I didn't mean to spoil this, but yeah, I mean, I didn't like his character. I thought he was pretty weak and stupid. I actually did like the look of the ghosts, though. I thought the look of the ghosts were actually really cool. And if you do see this movie, check it out in 3D, because I checked it out in 3D because John Schnepp from Collider Movie Talk recommended it. And yeah, when you go there, it's actually pretty cool because they do have the 3D come out of the black widescreen box area. So it actually does feel like some of the special effects is coming out even more off the screen. It actually helps add to that, which is really, especially when they shoot the ecto lasers or whatever they're called. That was really cool. I also got to add in on the cameos and references in this movie. Although some of them actually do work for me, there were a couple of cameos and references that didn't do it for me. Some of them felt a little too forced. Specifically the Bill Murray cameo. I was kind of like, that's what they're going with Bill Murray in this one? It felt like it was way too forced. I felt like he didn't even want to be there, and he was being forced to be there. That's the impression I got while watching that scene. I felt like he was, yeah, okay, I'm here, guys, whatever. Yeah, so some cameos and references I could have done without. They could have toned that down a little bit. Some of them were fun, like I think when they showed the Ghostbusters sign in the subway station, you see that clip in the movie on how that sign gets there. I knew it was coming, but it was funny how it was done, or at least I thought anyways. There are a couple of other stuff too. There is an end credit scene which does set up a sequel, if a sequel is possible. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, I'll go and watch the sequel. I thought this movie was really enjoyable. I did feel the last 30 minutes kind of were frantically going all over the place, but that's fine. It didn't ruin my movie experience for me. I still enjoyed what was going on. And I totally recommend it to Ghostbuster fans. I will say it's not as good as the original Ghostbusters, not even close. But I will say it was more enjoyable than Ghostbusters 2, which I like that movie too, but some of the jokes really fall flat in this one. Well, this one, a lot of the jokes, I think I laughed more with this movie than I did with Ghostbusters 2, which is the goal of these Ghostbusters movie. And there are actually some jump up scare moments, which I was actually surprised about. I wasn't expecting the movie to have me jump out of my seat a little bit. So yeah, I totally recommend it for Ghostbusters fans, I think you should put your anger aside for this movie. Go in with the blank slate. Don't even expect anything, or go in with low expectations, because that's what I was kind of going into. I'm going, am I gonna like this movie? I don't know. And I turned out to really enjoy it a lot more. I think people have made me go in with so low expectations that the movie was a lot more enjoyable than I was expecting. And so with that, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Ghostbusters, go check it out. If I were to rate it, I don't do the ratings too much nowadays, but if I were to rate it, I would give it a 7 out of 10. That's how enjoyable I thought it was. And it was actually pretty okay made, until towards the end. That's why I'm not, and the villain kind of sucked. But and the cameos were kind of forced. Some of them references too. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I think it was a pretty good film. And so with that, I'm gonna end it here. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. If you disagree with me, just like the video anyways. Come on. It's only an opinion. Get over it. And check me out on Twitter and Facebook and my podcast. Check out my podcast. Maybe I'll do a whole spoiler review by myself. Maybe I'll do it with my brother. I don't know. I'll figure that out later today. And with that being said, guys, take care.